People who can fall asleep within 8 seconds of their head hitting their pillow. How the fuck do you fall asleep within 8 seconds of your head hitting your pillow? I'm a firefighter and my one partner says what he likes least about me is my ability to fall asleep so fast after returning from a call. It helps to be physically tired. Much easier to fall asleep when your body has been engaged in physical activity during the day. I try to lay perfectly still and not allow myself to scratch my nose if it itches. For example, I just ignore the itch and next thing I know, it's time to get up. I just discovered that there are people with an inner monologue and this voice in their head that allows them to have silent discussions and worry about decisions and whatnot. I don't have this. I don't have any voices talking to me. My preference is also to listen to a documentary on YouTube or Netflix. I set my timer on my phone to stop playing after 20 minutes and rarely stay awake till the end. I am very well versed on the first 10 minutes of World War II. My brother is one of these people, and I asked him this recently. The trick is a clean conscience. I got nothing to think about. Me. How do you not think about anything? Quote. I dunno. I just stopped thinking. He's 16. My friend does this. We'll be playing video games. Then he'll suddenly be tired and good night. Literally seconds later I can hear him snoring in his room. For me it was a learned skill. Thank you US Army. They pushed me to work from Revata taps and only allowed for 5 to 6 hours of sleep. And I need 7 to 8. I wore an alarm watch. Any break during the day, oh I have 25 minutes? Set alarm watch. Propped against a tree or lay down anywhere I could. Bam, asleep. My wife is still amazed at how I do it. Chronic sleep deprivation. I turn on Netflix or Hulu to a show I've seen a million times. I turn away from the screen and fall asleep. Man, I have insomnia. None of this shit works. Hit it hard enough. I've worked 20 plus shifts and be ridiculously tired and still takes me 20 to 30 minutes at least, so I DK what the answer is. I think it's just brain chemistry. I'm a lifelong insomniac, but my sister could fall asleep on her way to the pillow and sleep through the car going over train tracks. I wake up if a mouse farts across the street. I never got it. Stay awake until you fall asleep in the couch. Then groggily walk to the bed when you inevitably wake up. I use a meditation method I learned in a yoga class. Lay flat on your back. Take deep breaths through your nose. As you exhale, mentally relax each muscle group starting with your face and working down to your toes. Try to imagine exhaling through your muscles and out through your toes. Imagine your body slowly melting into your bed. This usually takes about 30 seconds to 1 minute. Next, imagine as vividly as possible a river. It helps if you use one from memory. I personally use a combination of the River Wild movie and memories from a family trip to the Green River. Imagine yourself walking out to the middle of the river. Let yourself get lost in the flow around you. Try to imagine any stray thoughts as floating to you on the river. As you think of things, set them in the water and watch them float away. This process without fail gets me to sleep within 10 minutes. If I am having trouble sleeping, but like Ralph Wiggins, sleep is where I am a Viking. You can't think. Don't think of anything real or about falling asleep. Once you do, you'll never go to sleep. Best trick I found when I don't fall asleep easy is to put myself in a movie. Like imagine yourself walking through the gates of Hogwarts. What happens next? All up to you, and just let your imagination flow. Eventually you'll fall asleep without realizing it. Just basically never give a shit about anything meaningful. That way you'll never have anything to keep you awake. Totally healthy way to approach life. I have created an imaginary world in my head that I only visit when I'm in bed and going to sleep. My mind associates those places and characters and narratives with sleep. Edit. How wonderful to wake up and discover that this comment went bananas. So cool to see so many people with awesome imaginations. Makes me so happy. That's my secret cap. I'm always tired. Exercise a lot in the morning after waking up. Became a dad. Since my son was born, I physically cannot lay down without falling asleep. It literally just happens. More like 4 seconds. Asterisk I made my bed as comfortable and boring as possible. White cotton sheets, white cotton pillowcases, etc. Asterisk I try to make my bed, or at least keep it semi-made, because I have an easier time falling asleep when the sheets are straight and my blankets lined up properly. Asterisk I wear white cotton pajamas without buttons or anything scratchy, because if I'm even a little bit uncomfortable, it's much harder to fall asleep. Asterisk I braid my hair before bed, which stops my hair from getting in my face, because again, I can't sleep if I'm uncomfortable. As an added bonus, keeping my hair braided stops it from wrapping around my neck and throttling me while I sleep. Asterisk I use a very heavy blanket. It's not weighted, but I knit it myself, and hand knit blankets weigh more than store-bought blankets. Asterisk I keep my feet warm, because for some reason that helps. Depending on the season, I'll either use a heated blanket, heating pad, or just wear socks. Asterisk I don't try to go to bed unless I actually feel tired. There's this sort of wave of sleepiness that hits me at night, and if I get in bed approximately 20 minutes of that happening, I pass out almost immediately. If I miss that window, I get an adrenaline rush and will be up forever. Asterisk I try to do soothing, repetitive things at night before bed, knitting, folding laundry, etc. Asterisk sometimes I wear blue light filtering glasses, because that is supposed to help your body properly produce sleep hormones. And if it doesn't, well, the placebo effect's pretty powerful too. Asterisk if nothing else works, I take melatonin and slowly drink a cup of tea while reading asterisk Calvin and Hobbes. Asterisk I've got ADHD. Caffeine relaxes me.